Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Ola Oladugbewo, and I graduated from University of Ife. Sorry about that. There was a little bit of itch in the beginning there. I graduated from University of Ife about more than 20 years ago, and worked in Nigeria as a doctor in pediatrics for about 5 years before finding my way first to Ireland to do trials and then come around here to medicine, general medicine first, and then before moving on to trauma and orthopedic surgery, which I've done for like almost 10 years now. Worked for the NHS for 11 years, worked in over 30 hospitals in the United Kingdom, from Land's End to John O'Groats, Cornwall to Donnet End. I'm just kind to a good overview of everything. I mean, they've been fantastic slides, which a lot of people have. We've seen. They're not. The fact is, there are not enough of us. I think Dr. Adineko mentioned. I think the last census that was done, I think 44% of the professional, the BAME community in the NHS, about 44% of the workforce. Only 5% is in the top end of it. So we're not at the table to make the decisions that are really necessary, or the decisions that will kind of advance us. So the truth is, there's just not enough of us, really. And because of that there's not enough of us, we really need to step up this mentoring thing. I think every one of us should kind of start doing that, because a lot of us, cross-cultural mentoring is going to be one of the most important of it, because this is going to be like an ongoing or timely, intentional, mutually enriching relationship with someone of a different race, gender, ethnicity, religion, cultural background, sexual orientation, sometimes, or nationality. The relationship will be found on, like, we call it 3 V's, kind of values, which people have mentioned, virtues, and then the vision for what is going to happen. Identify values that are common to both the mentors and the mentees, which develops trust and understanding between both of them, to cultivation of virtues that enable the mentee to deal with personalities in the workplace and to overcome barriers between people and a whole lot of other things. Also, commitment of both of them to a vision of inclusive excellence, which inspires one to clear educational pathways that will help to overcome obstacles and intentions. The overall purpose is to have commonality or common ground among individuals for these values, virtues, and visions. In mentors they will provide a support system of useful contacts that the mentees can be introduced to, which can turn those contacts to mentors for future projects or career changes if possible. And with that, I will move on to this networking in the workplace, which I think is very important, because most of us don't really do a lot of networking or talk to other people. You remember the dinner after work that the clinical lead is kind of arranged, but where, I mean, a lot of us, all human beings we're kind of socially lazy, really, because it's like we tend to just quickly go back to our comfort zone. Especially, I know of we Nigerians and Black people generally, go back to your home, because not all of us that have other friends of other ethnic backgrounds or other people, even though we are a minority in this country, because it is that party where the living do for the doctor that's living. That is where you will hear some of the decisions that's going to be happen in 6 months, in 1 year in the workplace. and or where the clinical lead is going to whisper that there's a position that somebody wants that you can apply for, like that. Also, some of the other pitfall of mentoring will be this kind of overstepping of boundaries between mentor and mentee relationships, especially if when you are of similar backgrounds socioculturally, especially if you're like Black people from the same place, Jamaican to Jamaican, Nigerian to Nigerian, and there's a male-female mentor-mentee kind of a thing. Sometimes people do really get too much involved, and there is overstepping of professional boundaries, which can sometimes happen, and which is part of the problems that female mentees sometimes have in getting male mentors to mentor them, or when it is like that. A way to negotiate this is through like a mentoring contract, which a mentoring contract is like you set up it establishes the boundaries, the outcomes, what is going to happen, what time is going to be, when it establishes how you're going to meet. Is it 1 hour every month, 2 hours every month, or 2 hours every 2 months? And these are the things, these are the goals. By this time you'll do this, by that time you'll do that. And then so that there is the 3 V's can be fulfilled: the values, the virtues, and the vision of what we're going to kind of achieve with that. Also, I will go on to kind of finish up with an example of 2 mentors that I've had in I'll talk of Mr. D, an orthopedic surgeon, who we had a kind of, we were both applying for a job role together, and he happened to be, his grandfather happened to be the orthopedic surgeon, the fourth orthopedic surgeon in the Rootlands in those days, and the position was kind of kept for him. And it's funny that we became very good friends, and he became like a mentor to me. And the way he has helped my profession is quite a lot. I mean, that's an example of a cross-cultural mentoring, which sometimes works very well. And also, because you can have many mentors, you can have 2 or 3. One is not working, you can get another one. There's no limit to what you can have. I will miss the whole spinal surgeon that helped. I'll say, anything you need, I will do it for you. I will sign this. I will help you with this. I'll help you talk to that, which we all need a lot of. I will finish up by just saying, asking these questions. Who are you mentoring? How do you want to mentor them? For how long? Have you set out plans on how to do that? And I will finish up and say, well, let's start mentoring. Thank you very much.